I haven't been happy in a very long time. I do my best to try and hide the pain every day, but it's gone on far too long now. It's been 8 years, and Project Milo still hasn't come out.
I'd like you to meet a boy called Milo.
Project Milo, or Milo and Kate, was first announced at E3 2009. The presentation featured a short demo of a woman carrying out an eerily natural conversation with a sexy virtual boy named Milo. It was developed at the now defunct Lionhead Studios by resident ghoul Peter Molyneux, the mind behind many classic games such as Dungeon Keeper, Populous, and Fable.
You know, I want to hear a fart from a sort of 25-year-old Brazilian woman. I like that.
Milo was there to show off the tracking and the voice recognition on the Kinect, and help get people hyped.
We have chosen to create an experience where you can meet what I believe is a real character, that understands you, that understands your voices, your emotions, that's fascinated about your life.
Peter Molyneux had apparently been working on this emotional AI project since 2001, and Milo was the culmination of 8 years of effort.
Orange.
The demo starts off with Milo recognising Claire by sight alone and engaging in top quality banter.
I was thinking today you should let me beat you at football again.
You're playing shit!
Milo throws Claire a pair of imaginary goggles and she helps him with his homework by sticking her face in a pond. Milo gets upset because he can't draw fish, so Claire takes over. She holds her drawing up to the Kinect sensor and apparently it gets scanned into Milo's world. Milo then reminds Claire about her mom's funeral and the demo ends. To this day, it's still the most sophisticated use of the Kinect sensor I've ever seen. And did it come out? Did it fuck? Call me crazy, but part of me thinks it might never have been real at all.
You may look at that video and wonder whether it's true or real, but here's the fact. We're showing this behind closed doors at E3 to a selected audience, and that selected audience will be able to meet Milo themselves.
Strap in, folks. We're diving into this autopsy head first.
I think that's a good idea.
I'm not the first goon to point these out, but it's worth going over the reasons why this demo is a load of shit.
She's in that pond.
The most blatant issue is with Milo's eye contact. At a glance, everything looks fine, but if we look deeper, the lie will soon emerge.
I don't believe it.
The way they're standing and looking at each other is suggesting that Claire is looking through a window, rather than a flat TV. In reality, Milo would look the same to Claire as he does to the camera, with his eye line going off to the side.
This wasn't acted.
Or maybe Milo's just awkward around humans like I am. This was definitely done to help the audience understand what's going on, but the problem is Peter keeps insisting that this whack-ass video is real.
This wasn't acted. She felt the need to reach down for those goggles. Now everybody, every single person that has experienced this reaches down.
Also, you'll notice this tiny transition here as Claire leans in. It's almost like her timing was ever so slightly off, and then they had to edit the video after. Oh my god! 8 years later and voice control is still pretty basic.
Alexa, turn that up!
You might be able to make Milo emote and procedurally animate like this, but he ain't gonna be responding to shit.
Hiya Milo, how you doing?
Hi Claire, you okay?
Actually, I'm a bit nervous.
You? Nervous? I don't believe it.
This is the first time that thousands of people are going to see this.
Thousands of people?
He can recognize our faces, he can recognize our voices, he can recognize emotions in us.
Hey Siri, how are you feeling today?
I feel good.
What's going on?
Interesting question. King David.
Have you remembered to do your homework, Siri?
Who, me?
This works today, now.
Voice recognition is pretty awful, isn't it? It never works.
A year after E3 2009, Peter Molyneux emerged from his nest once more with a brand new demo. And this time, it might actually be the real deal.
I'll be honest with you and say that most of it is just a trick.
Oh no! The bulk of Milo's second demo is just dragging a cursor over a vaguely interactive 3D animation. Only instead of a mouse, you use your behand.
He's used his hand instead of pushing left and right with a mouse or with a joypad. Why not use your body just to lean on the chair? Again, relaxed.
Is that literally all there is to it? The fuck happened to my goggles, Peter? I wanted to be in the pond.
She's in that pond.
She was never in the pond, Peter. It's like using a mouse cursor, only now it's even less accurate. Oh boy.
And this works today.
I used to know this demo's real because it's fucking terrible.
He's used his hand, he's used his body. He's now going to use the other thing which is essential, and that's his voice.
When you see the microphone, say yes
Squash.
or no to decide.
Go on, Milo, squash it.
Now look at his response. He said, go on, Milo, squash it. We've got a database of words which we recognize. We pick those words out. We also reference that with his the tonation database that we build up of.
I'm drowning in lies, Peter. The whole voice recognition thing is non-existent at this point. Milo's answers aren't even connected to what you're saying. Dimitri.
Well, this is a pretty awesome house, Milo. You've got a cool garden to play in and a pond.
It was good, Skimming Stones.
The only way you can make Milo sound this convincing is by locking up a small child and forcing them to talk to people over Xbox Live. Peter Molyneux's a mad motherfucker, but he's not mad enough for that. And I think that's where he went wrong.
It's very, very interesting how that men more than women tend to beat Milo.
Really miss my old house.
Now beaten an 11-year-old child, well done.
And this works today.
Peter says that Milo was eventually shelved due to a lack of interest by Microsoft. I'm sure that's true, but I think the exaggerated claims in the E3 demo may have more to do with it.
This wasn't acted.
This was all the fun of spying on a child with none of the risk. You'd fucking done it! What happened, Peter?
This is a body function that everyone does. I think you could be anatomical about it.
Okay.
Plans can change and things can go wrong with any project. It's to be expected. Someone can have all the ambition in the world, but sometimes just making a game playable is hard enough on its own. Sometimes I feel like people are too harsh on Peter.
You, the person who would reach the center, will be the god of all people.
Not all the time, but sometimes they're too harsh. He has a real ambition to innovate and try new things. Even if they don't pan out, you can't deny he started out with good intentions. But in this case, Peter's intentions with Milo were clear: deceive people and encourage Connect sales. Him and his team were developing with this thing for months and they knew full well it couldn't do any of this shit.
And this works today, now.
You ever wonder what the bottom of an Avatar shoe looks like? Well, bam! There it is.
8 years later, and the Connect isn't capable of anything close to Project Milo. And 8 years later, I'm still without my baby boy, my cherub, my sweetest man. And I'm tired of waiting.
Raindrops are falling on my head, just like the guy whose feet are too big for his bed. Nothing seems to fit. Those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. falling on my head. But that doesn't mean my eyes will soon be turning red. Crying's not for me, no, 'cause I'm never gonna stop the rain by complaining, because I'm free. Nothing's worse.